Hey there, friends. Buddy Huggins here, and today I've got something really important to share with you. Have you ever wondered about the true impact of those vitamins and supplements we see everywhere? Well, my friend Agent131711 and Medicine Girl have been digging deep into what they call the Vitamin PSYOP, and let me tell you, their findings are eye-opening. In this video, we're going to explore the hidden truths behind the vitamin industry and how it's affecting our health. From the heartbreaking stories of people harmed by these so-called health products to the sinister motives behind their widespread use, we're uncovering it all. Stick around as we dive into the details and reveal why it's crucial to question what we're being sold as health in a bottle. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. And after watching, make sure to read the full article on my blog for an in-depth look at this shocking expose. Let's get started.
Agent 131711, October 22nd, 2024. Medicine Girl and I are like a couple Batmans, but instead of having vengeance for the evildoers who killed our parents on the streets of Gotham, we seek revenge against Big Vitamin, the industry that has caused physical harm to both of our families. Unlike Batman, we are not armed with weapons and grappling hooks, cool outfits, or a badass car. All we have to fight this war is our computers and truth, yet fight we shall. We have vowed to keep exposing this sham called health in a bottle until people wake up and realize what they are being sold is no different than health in a vial. Since beginning the war on Big Vitamin, we have heard stories from all around the world, stories of the physical harms people have suffered at the hands of this industry, its propaganda arms, and their own doctors whose recommendations they trusted. A large quantity of these stories are far worse than our own. As if the stories aren't heartbreaking enough, Medicine Girl works in an inpatient care facility and witnesses the outright deterioration of the bodies of our elders. She has to watch grandmothers and grandfathers, who once were able to take their grandchildren to a sports game or cook a Thanksgiving dinner for their family, now bedbound with their limbs swelling up as their bodies surrender to assorted poisons pushed on them by smiling physicians as solutions. Calling the situation sad is an understatement. As the months rolled on, Medicine Girl and I would text message back and forth, trying to piece together the ultimate goal of what I call the Vitamin PSYOP. Clearly, the industry doesn't want to kill us because dead men don't pay taxes. But they also do not want us living to see the age of 90 because the elderly are useless eaters and those consuming government benefits are viewed as a plague to society. This is a one-way system. Spend your life paying in, then please die. But only die after you spend a decade battling cancer or any other cash cow, please? Young people who chuck a percentage of their paycheck into the great money pool aren't useless eaters, but they sure as heck don't want them reproducing, as putting a ceiling on population growth has been a worldwide goal since the 1960s. So is it just coincidence that all of the solutions we are being sold as health miracles happen to decrease fertility, shut down our organs, strip our bones of calcium, and cause disease? Is it just coincidence that the same people calling for population reduction are the same people requiring vitamins be added to staple foods because we just can't get enough of them? Is it just coincidence that Rockefeller's Population Council stated fertility reduction agents could be added into foods at processing plants, and here we are, over 50 years later, with fortified and enriched flour, rice, dairy, wheat, and more? Is it just coincidence that the exact same agents being dumped into cooking essentials are the same agents that are sold as health in a bottle, available at every grocery store, drugstore, and sometimes even gas stations? The same ingredients peddled by the famous doctors we are ushered to, solicited under the guise of alternative medicine? Everywhere we look, there's the same damn ingredients in a different wrapper. Hell, my spouse bought a body wash the other day and it says it contains vitamins because clearly, eating them isn't sufficient. We also must absorb them through our pores. Sure seems like they really want this stuff in us, to extend our lives and keep us in peak fighting shape, right? I mean, that must be what these chemical concoctions are doing because the NIH and CDC say so, and Bill Gates, in partnership with the United Nations, want worldwide health so bad that they give vitamins away for free. Meanwhile, vitamin D is the most popular swindle supplement purchase in the world. It is also what caused physical harm for my family as well as Medicine Girl's, so it has been a target for us. We have both exposed it many times already. I'll add links to the bottom of this page, but recently, Medicine came across some new information which blew my mind. In her recent piece, an article called Food Fortification, Because Our Bodies Are Being Raped by Health Poisons, she exposes how what we are being sold as amazing supplements that extend our lives are basically identical to livestock finishing feed. For those of you who are like me, born in the middle of suburbia, you may not know what exactly finishing feed is, so here's the definition. As you can see, finishing feed makes the animal fatter, which equals more money for the meat seller. It also makes the meat nicer. We will discuss this part in a moment, but first, let's take a look at what is in these finishing feeds. The top ingredients happen to be the same as the base of the food pyramid? Yes. Food Pyramid Healthy Eating Infographic. Recommendations of a healthy lifestyle. Meaning we are supposed to consume 6 to 11 servings a day of finishing feed? Yep. But that is not nearly as interesting as the other ingredients in the feed. Why do you suppose anyone would want to feed an animal that is about to die a whole bunch of vitamins? Doesn't this seem like a waste of money? As Grandma is taking her last breath in hospice, do you rush in a bottle of Centrum? Of course not, that would be stupid. Yet this is what is happening with finishing feed, so what is the purpose? Why not just feed the livestock the fattening food pyramid base layer, then harvest the meat? Perhaps this is because vitamins are so healthy that this is how the meat comes out looking delectable? Let's analyze the ingredients further and try to get some answers. Here's a screenshot of a feed shown in Medicine's article. Close up. Now let's compare the ingredients given to pigs before slaughter to one of the most popular multivitamins, whose name is a cruel joke, Nature Made, and whose logo features a leaf when the product does not contain any trace of a leaf, let alone nature. Here's a side-by-side showing nearly identical ingredients. I believe the iron as ferrous sulfate/ferrous fumarate is also the same, but being that it has two different names, I didn't highlight it. Now let's compare the ingredients to Frosted Flakes breakfast cereal. Say it with me, kids, finishing feeds, they're great. Frosted Flakes, they're great. Now that we have confirmed what we are being fed is the same as what is being fed to animals before slaughter to fatten them via rapid weight gain and to enhance the quality of the meat, let's look a little deeper into the better meat part of it. I found this article outlining how D3 is the key to perfect meat. Quote, addition of vitamin D3 to the feed for a short period before slaughter, 7 to 10 days, is one of the natural ways to enhance the tenderness. And apparently the vitamin D meat trick is no secret. So this vitamin, which is not natural, despite what the article says, isn't to make the meat healthier, it's to make it less chewy. It turns out, vitamin D3 doesn't just soften meat, it also softens ligaments and tissue. Now that I knew D3 tenderizes meat, I couldn't stop wondering if this is why, back when my doctor and bodybuilding forums advised me to take high-dose D, I began suffering leg cramps so severe that I would stand up from my computer chair and feel as if I had been literally shot in the calf by a bullet. At times the cramp would be so extreme that my knees would buckle. Was this due to my calf muscle being so soft it was not able to support the weight of my body? I don't know. But what I can say is that I was a 37-year-old former athlete, hobbling into a business meeting like a 96-year-old, and, at the time, I didn't know why. Medicine's discovery set me on my own path of research. Remember, vitamin D3 doesn't just soften meat, it also softens ligaments and tissue. I wanted to know what human diseases are caused by, or linked to, soft muscular conditions. As I began looking up diseases related to weak muscle tissue, I first came across multiple sclerosis, MS. What exactly is MS? According to WebMD, the cause of multiple sclerosis is unknown. It's considered an immune-mediated disease in which the body's immune system attacks its own tissues. Muscle weakness is a common symptom of multiple sclerosis. Okay, next question. When did cases of this mystery disease begin being recorded? I came across a graph showing multiple sclerosis cases by year.
Thank you for sticking with me until the end of this video. If you've made it this far, I encourage you to dive deeper into this topic. Head over to Agent131711 Substack for more detailed insights. The link is in the description box below. Remember, it's crucial to do your own research. Never take anything for granted and always fact-check everything. Don't just accept what you're told. Use your own investigative abilities to discern the truth for yourself. Your health and well-being are too important to leave in the hands of others. Stay informed, stay healthy, and keep questioning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.